Just going over some gear. I'm going to talk a little bit with you guys and kind of share some information. As you guys have seen on the channel previously, this is my Husqvarna 562 XP. Got a lot of custom work done to this saw. Exhaust ports all ported and polished, more or less. The muffler mod has been done to allow for more flow. Ceramic coating has been done to the muffler. High heat tape has been done to the chain brake as well as underneath the cover, the top cover as well. Got a full wrap handle on here that's also been ceramic coated. And this thing just looks mean. This is a mean machine. So that's the 562, as you guys know. And then the other saw that you guys haven't seen on the channel yet, that I will be making some videos soon. What's that? Another auto-tune saw. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Husqvarna 550 XP Mark II. 2019 edition. This saw only has 12 hours on it. It is barely even broken in yet. And it is ready to see some wood. And it is going to very, very soon. So we're going to put these two beauties over next to each other. Now, one thing I recommend that personally, I'm a big fan of Husqvarna, as you guys clearly tell, but I will only use Steel or Husqvarna bar oil. I will not use off-brand tractor store crappy bar oil. When I got actually a saw that I fixed the one time, a gentleman actually used motor oil, and there was actually black motor oil and metal shavings inside the bar reservoir. No, 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 no. Do not buy chainsaws that are professional grade and decide to run inferior things in them. It is not going to work out in the long run. You are going to regret it, and you're going to have nothing but problems and issues when it comes to maintenance and everything else. Please buy quality gas and buy quality bar oil. Do it for your saws. Don't do it for me. Do it for your machines so they last longer. They will thank you for it in the long run. One thing I like about the full wrap handle, the saw does sit up at a nice display angle, but unfortunately, with a 3/4, they didn't make it. Unless you have something underneath it like this, it will not sit up straight. When you go to put gas and oil in it, it's gonna fall oil every time. So I like to put a little piece of wood underneath the bar, prop it up, and then it's perfect, good to go. My 550 just looks so feminine compared to the 562 with the dual spikes, the dual dogs, and the full wrap. But you know what? Both beast saws, and even though one's built and custom and one's stock, it doesn't matter. This is the 3/8, and this is a 0.50 chain, 20-inch bar. This is 0.325, 20-inch bar. This is an Oregon safety chain, because I'm still getting used to the 550. I use this for a lot of limbing and small stuff. So therefore, I'm kind of turning this and moving the bar a lot more so than just bucking big stuff. So with the big saw, I got a very aggressive chain for bucking, and then this is a more safety chain. Once I'm more comfortable with this, the next chain I buy will be a very aggressive chain. And then someday I want to get like a race chain for it and see what that does for it. This saw has actually sold, the 562, but you will see a bunch more of it, and I will be having the new owner on the YouTube channel. The guy that bought it from me is a very close friend, and he'll be picking up the saw when he gets back from work. And there's a lot of traveling, so in like 2 weeks, when he's back in town, I will be hand delivering him his custom 562 saw, and I'm going to watch him put into some wood, and can't wait to see the look on his face when he sees this thing eat, because this thing is not a normal 562. If anyone's got a 562 in the Western New York area, come on down, hit me up, PM me, let's race them. I guarantee it. I'll throw money on it. I guarantee I'll win. Cookie cuts for days, bro. I don't care. All right, let's go over some safety gear and some other equipment. This is the power box. Husqvarna's storage case, as you guys know. Now this will fit up to a 450 or 460 Rancher, I believe. Once you put a full wrap handle or a quarter wrap on this saw will no longer fit in that case. So everyone knows, if you decide to upgrade it, put this wrap on there, this is no longer going to fit in that case. But the 550 still does and has no issues at all, and I absolutely love this case. Has room for files, has room for bar oil. I got a grease gun in here. I personally cut out little like almost diapers for these, because all the saws leak, as you know, any saw. So I cut out little diapers on a cardboard and taped the edge together. That way it has a nice little spot, so that way it soaks it up, and you constantly don't keep going through paper towels. But if you guys do not know, the paper towel tech is one of the best things you guys can do for your saws. If you guys don't already have paper towels in your saws, you're missing out. So as we all know, they all leak bar oil. So you're gonna wanna take your towel and bunch it up fat at the beginning here, so nice and big. You're gonna stick it in your chain brake. Orientation flip, because they're upside down. We're gonna stick it in the brake. Then this is like just loose end here, and we're gonna push it up in here, and then we're gonna fold it over the bottom side of here, because this is where it usually leaks from, is right along here. A lot of oil. So we're gonna tuck it up in there and push it in there, and then we're good to go. And that's gonna stop it and prevent it from leaking some oil on the ground. And it's a pretty simple and easy thing you can do. If you haven't been doing it, please pass the tech on to someone else. I'd love to see other people start using it. All right, we're gonna go over some of the safety stuff. So every time I go out, I always wear chaps. A lot of people just decide to go out and cut wood and, do what they will and kind of have fun and, have a couple beers and, get all smoked up beforehand. But you got to be smart and you got to be safe. If you cut your leg off, you're done. So, you really got to think about your actions and what you do. So, investing in safety equipment when you have professional saws is it's kind of a no-brainer. It's just something that you kind of have to do, especially when these saws run at 1400 RPMs, or 14,000 RPMs. I'm sorry, the big one does, I believe, 14,000. I believe the small one, I think, does too. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we're gonna go over some safety equipment right now. The number one thing that I use, I do everything Husqvarna. So we're gonna put this here. So these are Husqvarna. I believe these are. Yeah, I don't know if these are the classics. These are one step upgraded from the base ones. The base ones are just terrible. These ones have a little bit of padding in the palms. These are not functional, meaning these do not have any reinforcement like the fiberglass and the Kevlar that's inside the Chaps. So if you hit your hand with these, it will go right through it. These are mainly just to protect your hands, give you a little padding from the vibrations, and cushion on the palms, and pretty much keep you a little warm if you're working. Hands sweat, they take care of the sweat. So, next up, we have the Husqvarna safety glasses. These are slightly smoked. I do like these, however, I wish they were straight clear. But you can see the Husqvarna logo on the side there, as well as there. These have had a couple hours of use on them. You can see there's a few chips here and there, but they're not too bad. Alright, so those are the gloves and the safety glasses. Now we're going to move on to the more important things. This is a functional helmet. So this is meant for cutting wood. This gives you ear protection, and then this also has a visor. I always use the visor because the safety glasses are only going to protect against the big wood chips and very big chips. The small stuff and the dust and the powder stuff is still going to go in your eyes and go right through this. So you really got to wear both. The visor is not enough to use by itself, and the glasses aren't enough to use by themselves either. You have to kind of use them in unison together with the glasses here and the visor. stops the small and the big stuff for the most part. Visor goes up, so when you're not cutting, you can fold it up for convenience, fold it back down. Has a nice little visor guard on it for the sun and for the rain. Although I don't really recommend cutting in the rain if you can avoid it. If you're using an old school saw, like anything that's not an auto tune or an M-tronic saw, sure, go right ahead. Because it's all just a carburetor, and you know, as long as you don't get air in your intake, you're good. But if you have an M-tronic or an auto tune saw, I wouldn't recommend cutting in the rain because the carburetors are not cheap to replace. So yeah, this is just the basic helmet, guys. Doesn't even have the ratchet. It just has the push ratchet. Doesn't have the ratchet knob. I do want to get the better one, the $100 and some one. This one retails for about 50, I think, bucks. 30 to 50 bucks, I believe, depending on where you get it from. But yeah, that's the safety helmet that I wear. I wear this every single time when I do even bucking, because this offers, like I said, big chip protection, and it offers very good hearing protection as well. The 562 is exhaust ported polished and has a muffler mod, so the saw is very, very louder than normal. It is not where it is like crazy loud where people are just like, oh my god, what is that? Is that even a chainsaw? You can distinctly tell it's a chainsaw, but it's substantially louder than stock. Not to the point where it's like obnoxious, but to the point where it gives it a lot of power, the way I did the muffler mod. And in one of these upcoming videos, if people are interested, I will share on how I did that, and I will actually pull the muffler off that saw. Even though it is sold, the owner is going to be very, very close, and I will have access to the saw. And I will be doing inspections on the cylinder, and so on and so forth to make sure everything's going to be up to par after he starts cutting multiple cords of wood with it. So last up, we got the Chaps. These are Husqvarna's full-length Chaps. These are the long ones. I believe these are 42 to 46. And that measurement is not the measurement of the length. That measurement is not the length of your waist. That is the inseam. So from the inseam, I believe it is from here to here is how they are measured. So these go on like this. And they protect all the way around your leg. They wrap around, protect that femoral artery. I believe it is on the right side here. But yeah, these wrap all the way around your legs to give you ultimate protection while you're cutting. And these are absolutely very comfortable and very nice. They are substantially heavy though, so you kind of have to wear suspenders or something along those lines to keep them up. But these are the technical Chaps. And these retail for about $100 to $130, depending on where you get them from. And they also come with a nice little pocket for your wedges. Put phone wedges in there. But yeah, these are technical Husqvarna pants. And this is the majority of my gear. I do have a bunch of other Husqvarna items. I have a 125B leaf blower. I have a 128 LD attachment trimmer that I have a pole saw attachment for, a tiller attachment for, an edger attachment for, and I will be making a video of those and some pole saw videos in the future, as well as some GoPro videos. But yeah, for right now, this is my gear, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope everyone has a very great day, and everyone stays safe.